Hey everyone, it's me Laura from The Papered Soul. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my messy desk. I was recording a video while I made this little pretty piece of art, and I cut it off because I was stumbling over my words, and actually my whole issue today is I haven't really been feeling very inspired. I haven't really been feeling very inspired for quite some time. Just been in I don't know, one of those little can't find my mojo kind of stuff. But anyway, and it's so funny because I've never done that. I've never cut a video off. And so I felt like maybe I just needed time, to just create in the quiet, which is what I did. And I finished this up and I was tickled with it. I do have one thing I want to add to it. But what this was all about, oh gosh, I have so much to tell y'all. I don't even know where to start. And I think that's why I stopped my video before. I get overwhelmed. It's like I want to create, but if I'm not feeling creative, then I just kind of, it's like I want to create in my mind, but then if I'm not having a lot of inspiration, then the effort of it is hard on me. And a while ago, I was just feeling like I was trying to get things done and be creative, but I felt like there were things getting in my way, and I really wasn't being able to get to the heart of it. I've been wanting to do the the full deck card challenge by Chanuki. She's hosting one right now, and I'll put all the details below in the description if you would like to join in. I know she's welcoming everyone to do that and to create. And so this was a playing card, and so I think the thing that there's a quote by Pablo Picasso, and it says, "Inspiration exists, but it has to find you working." And I know lately it's been so easy for me to want to do it, but then I'm just not feeling, my mind wants to do it, but I'm physically not feeling like I want to do it. And so I don't. And then more time just keeps going by. I've been kind of not really doing many videos lately. I want to do them, but I hope you all understand where I'm coming from. I've just been blah about things. So, as far as actually making them come through, I got on the bed earlier and I thought, well, I've done enough for today. I'll try again tomorrow. And then I just thought, it made me think of that quote about inspiration has to find you working. So I got up and I thought, I'm going to come in here and start recording, and I'm going to do one of these cards for this challenge. Like I say, I want to finish it up because I want to put a quote on it. But I think what I want to do, I'm going to give it another effort and try to record. And I'm going to do another one similar to this, but maybe let's just see if it'll turn out a little different. So let's find, "Be You Bravely" comes to mind for like a little word. I wanted a little wordage on here, "Be You Bravely." So I've got this little... now I could put it here. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? And I also have, and I don't know if this will be too stark, but I have some of this cheesecloth. And for a little bit of texture, I could put a little snip under it. Let's see if this works. Do it that way. And if I put it there like that, that's kind of pretty. So I thought I would just cut the camera back on, finish this one up, and then we'll do another one. Since I have paint out on my desk, I've already made the mess. I thought I would retry this. So let me, I'm gonna need to ink. Oh, that's sticky, I forgot. I'm gonna need to ink black on this. So let me do that real quick, and I may just actually run it through my little ink pad like that, just to get the white off of that. And That does good there. My desk, I actually cleaned it, but you would never know. I cleaned this, but now I've messed it up again. So anyway, I'm going to just put a little dab of glue here. That was more than a dab. That. Put this here. Yeah. And then I'll glue this. Be you bravely. And that little quote spoke to me because I'm just not feeling very brave these days in my with my creative self. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm trying to get that stuff off my hands. I thought, I know other people must go through this, and so I just thought I need to just share it with you and not be afraid to do that, right? We need to be ourselves bravely, and I don't need to feel shy about having some low inspiration days. I just need to know that it happens to all of us. It's happened to me a little more than it normally does, and so that's where my struggle is. But if I'm to be honest, I really like how this card turned out, and I hope you do too. Be you bravely. I love the colors. I played with it a little bit. I also purposely left that because I wanted when I get done with this, I want the challenge, when I look at it, to know this was my card challenge, my full deck challenge. So I just thought that was so pretty. And this was a little crochet that I did. I was practicing some crochet with the size 20 crochet thread. And so I thought, well, I'll just use these in my little full deck challenge. So let's do another one. I'm probably going to stick to a similar, but maybe change up the colors a little bit. So let me try this again, and I will try not to cut the camera off. I have a few other pieces of crochet here, and here. So there's different things I could do. I could put this in here, and we could maybe have a yellow, maybe do 3 flowers. So anyway, let me get my little deck of cards. I have just opened these up. They have little flamingos on them. That's a joker. I'm going to do them in order. This was Ace of Spades. This is a 2 of Spades. I'm just going to do it in the order that they were in, and it doesn't matter. And what I'm going to do is put some gesso. I'm going to put these little flowers over here first. So I'm really, like I say, I played around with this one, and I'm really tickled with how it turned out. And I have to remember that really is what you have to do when you're doing your mixed media pieces. You have to play around with it a little bit. You might not get the color scheme you're looking for right off the bat, or you just play with it until you get a color scheme that you like. But I am in love with that. So it's okay to not like it at first. Is what I'm saying. So I'm going to just drip, and this is what I did last time. I'm just going to drip a little bit of gesso. And the gesso gives your canvas, whatever size your canvas may be, it gives it some teeth. And it just kind of gives you a good little background to work with. And like I say, I may not leave all of my the Ace of Spades and 2 of Spades and so forth. I might not leave all of them like that, but I might, try to leave some part of it on there. I think it adds an interest to it. And hey, this is my full deck challenge, so I could leave that one down there, but I'll probably leave this one up here on this. So, let me wipe this up a little bit. I have cleaned my desk today, but it's so messy already. It just takes next to nothing to get your desk messy. And so, I might just kind of let that be drying a little bit while I pull out some colors. So I did a greenish, purpley. So this time I might want to pull out some peach purple, do peach and purple. So with these, we'll just try that and get a scheme going. So I have some yellow over here from my earlier messing around. I'm gonna put some green on it. I still have that out. Maybe some green. Ooh, maybe I won't. See, this is my thing. I'm having such a hard time with decisions, and I don't understand why. I do have some orange. And I like it when, you know, I guess we all do, like it when it comes to us so much easier, and mine is just not coming to me easy. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of orange. Oops, put my fingers right in it. That's the kind of day I'm having. All right, so I'm going to, let me just go on and dry this with my little heat gun. Okay. All right, so normally what I do if I'm going to add, I think what I want to do is get the base first and figure out what my colors are going to be. So I may want some peachy colors, peachy, and I may have to actually pour a little of this out. Because I'm wanting to kind of do a little bit of peach. And I said in my earlier video that I cut off and didn't finish that, you know, we're all talking about using the things we have, and I've got a lot of old paints, but it's still pigment, so I want to use them. So let's see if I can. What I can use. Let me mix a little of this with a little of this and see if I can get me some sort of a peach color. This is just what you have to do. Put a little water. I'm gonna put more yellow. Like I say, these are old, but I'm trying to use things up. And I've wanted to do this challenge for quite some time, and like I say, I've just been kind of struggling all the way around with anything that I do creatively lately. I've been really struggling. And I may need to lighten that up. Put some white in there. Just play until I see what I can get. I'm shooting for this little peach. I don't know if you see that little peachy, corally, pinky color. That might be too salmon-y. But I tell you what we'll do. I'm going to, I use makeup sponges to just kind of put my colors down. And that's how I do it. And I just kind of tap it, and sometimes you can pick up, I want that too to show. I have some baby wipes here. And I don't really want it to be that white, but I don't want to cover it up completely. Okay, so I've got that layer down, and let's do more of a like a yellow on the other side, just to break it up a little bit. Okay, so keep my little colors here. All right, so I've put a little of the pinky peachy salmon on it. Now I've put a little bit of yellow. The last time what I did is I had some vintage book page, and so let's glue. I did collage page for that. So let me do that. And I put one up here, so I'm just gonna put a little of my glue there. And let's see what else I have. Like I say, vintage book page. So I just tear a little, and I'll probably put a little piece over here to the side. And what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna coat this with the Mod Podge as well. That way, if I get to where I want, if I put paint over this, which I will, if I don't want to cover all of it I can actually wipe it off. So it gives a little protectant seal for it, and then I can put as much on it or as little as I want to of paint. But if I get too much, I can wipe it off. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this is just some mixed media collaging that I'm doing that kind of helps add texture by doing, you know, the little words, and it adds interest and things like that. And you kind of do things in layers, like the layer of paint, the layer of Mod Podge, the layer, you know, we did gesso. I'm gonna put some other things on it, and try to make this thing come alive somehow. I'm trying to decide, and I probably, since I'm still kind of doing the flower theme, I guess I could put some green down there, just a little bit. I might not, I'm gonna put a little more yellow here. And my goal is really not to put too much green on it. I might put a little bit. I'm gonna dry this just a little bit. I hope y'all can see it. I hope I'm in frame. Okay, so let me wipe this up. I'm on my little desk art pad here, or just this little, I don't even remember. See, that's the thing, I can't even think of things today, and I just don't know why I'm having a hard time talking. But anyway, it wipes up easy. I know I'm gonna want some of this purple stenciled on it. So I do layers, I'll do stenciling, I do stamping, so I gotta get some, what color do I want first? Do I want my purple next? This is actually getting dry, so I might have to get more purple out. And then I'm also wondering if I do a little of this, will it brighten my purple up? So let's just test that out. Get a little purple out here. See how that's just kind of clumpy? Let's just mix this up. I didn't want that yellow in there, so I didn't put enough put it up here. I didn't know if it would give me more of a violet-y color, but I think it's really just muddying it up. That's kind of pretty. Ah! I dripped it on there. Well, maybe since I dripped that on there, I may need to try, I think I may try to put some of that on there just to, let me stencil some of that on. Let's see. It's just experimenting, y'all. Totally experimenting. I'm putting my little crochet pieces over there. And then I'm going to use another little sponge here I'm going to do a different stencil. And that might be a lot of, that really may be a lot of red. Maybe I ought to do, could do it mostly up here. Let's try it. If I don't like it, I can cover it up. And that was kind of splotchy, but it's still kind of fun. Now, if I don't like it, I actually could. I think I had it too wet, so it wasn't going through the stencil like it should. So you can take a baby wipe and wipe it off. Okay, so let's try that again. Because I had let me try that again up here. There you go, it's a little more definitive, and then I can put a little down here. Okay. And let me continue a little up here. What do you think? I might, see there's a lot of, for me, there's a lot of indecision. And, but that's the fun part about mixed media is if you don't like it, you can come in and do something different for sure. Let me do my teeny tiny little dot one. And I wonder if I just, that will be some, I'll tell you what I may do. I might do the purple again for this. So let's get that out and try it. Okay. I am a messy crafter. No bones about it, I'm messy. So, see what this looks like. If I come in here, and then here, down here. Okay, so I'm getting an interesting, vibrant color on my background, and you can tell it is so much different from the cooler look of this card. Okay, so it still needs some white, so I'm going to take my teeny little dot here, and before I do that, I'm gonna draw this up a little bit, so bear with me. And I probably, the paint is closing in on me, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean my desk up a little bit. And I know I could probably put this paint on like maybe an index card or something, which I probably should do, or you could put it on your journal pages, but I'm just not gonna do that right now because this is closing in on me, and I just need to, I should have cleaned my desk up before I re-recorded, but this has been kind of different for me. Like I say, I've never felt the need to cut off my video, but that's just telling you kind of where I am right now. I'm just struggling for some reason with everything, and I just don't know how to get myself going again, other than I thought I would just jump in there and try to do something today. And even though what I'm doing right now, everything is such a mess, the good thing about it is I've made a very pretty card. Even if this one doesn't turn out pretty, I made a very pretty card, and I'm very excited about it. And I just need to be happy about that and enjoy the playing of all of this. You know, I'm just playing and experimenting, and I hope in some way, because I know I'm not the only one that struggles with inspiration, and I just hope in some way this is helping someone, or will help someone who is like, oh my gosh, I want to do it, but I don't want to pull it all out. I don't want to get everything messy, you know, that kind of thing. And I know I'm not the only one that struggles with that, so I hope it'll help someone be inspired to push past the difficulty and still try to do something pretty. And now, like I say, let's bring these over just a little so we can kind of see my color scheme. Am I still working pretty good in my color scheme? Yeah. I actually thought I would put that like that. Now, it could be this needs to be lightened up a little bit, but before I try that, I'm gonna try to lighten it up with some white dots. And if that's not enough, you can always go in and just kind of lightly add some white paint, some gesso is just what I'm using. So I'm gonna put this over here. And that over here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take my little dot, little circles here, and I'm gonna see if I can because my sponge is so wet, that is why that just kind of came across as muddled. So let's try that again. And I love the fact that I'm able to wipe that off. Usually with a baby wipe, if you mess up and you don't like it, you can wipe it off with a baby wipe, and usually, unless you wipe really hard, the paint won't come off. I did have the collage Mod Podge here, so if I wanted to wipe that off, that would come off pretty good. So it's just, you know, like I say, this is just a little bit damp from where I washed them out. So let's try it again. I might put some, let's start down here. I'm still kind of doing like bleeding through. Let me try it again. That is really wet. Let's see if there's another one that's not so wet. Let me try this one. It has to be a little bit, it's moist but not too wet, or it will, you'll lose the definition. So let's see if that's better. That is a little better. Yeah, that one is just smushed. Try it again. Nope. Well, I guess that one's wet too. I am sorry, y'all. I'm having a hard time. Got it too wet. Let's do a different direction. That did not work either. Oh, let's do this one. Well, I guess all of my sponges are too wet, but I'm gonna keep wiping it off until I get this. You might be like bored out of your minds, and yeah, it's just squishing through and not showing like little dots. So, well, I don't think I have any dry ones, or do I? Let me see. This one's totally dry, so let me try, see if that makes a difference. One more time. All right, so it's not just because my sponge is wet. Well, I tell you what, this is probably, I had a frustrating moment a while ago and I cut the video off, and I'm not cutting it off this time. We're gonna hang in, and I hope you'll stick with me to see what the rest of this looks like, but I am going to make this work. If it's the last thing I do, that's a little better. And let's do a little bit up here. Nope, not squished. It's still giving a neat little design, but it's going under it too much. Let's see. This is the one I was using. Has to be that perfect tacky dryness, and I'm not getting it. But you know what? I still like the little things that it's putting on here. The other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of lighten all of this up. So I'm just gonna tap all around just to kind of lighten it. Now, let's see what our little flowers look like. These could be small. They're like still growing. Do I put my green on there now? And then I'll draw little limb or stems. I need to stamp on it. See how messy my hands get? It's crazy. Let's do my little stamp. I like to put some black on it for some contrast. So let's do that. And I used this a while ago. my little alphabet. And I had my I didn't mount it, I just kind of used it like this. And then just kind of held it, and where do we want this? Probably a little here. A little here. And a little here. There we go. And you can see real quickly the contrast that you get. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So I've got some peaches, purple, yellow, just orangey. I've got my script in there. I've put some white in there. And you just keep, like I say, you keep messing with it until you finally get a look you like. Now, what I may do is somehow do some purple splatters just to bring the purple to the forefront a little bit better. So let me do that. Get some purple splatters. So I put a little paint out there, and then I'm gonna put a little water. I'll use my spray bottle. That. Let's see if this will work. I don't know how good my little, I'm getting some splatters, but I don't think it's dark enough, so let's see. I'm getting a lot of splatters on my desk. No, it's happening on there too. So let's wipe this up. Put that in there. That's pretty. I'm gonna dry it. Let's see. I had that and that, and a little yellow. It may be getting lost a little bit on this graffiti looking card, but I feel like I need maybe some of this to give it some contrast. So let's see what we get. Because I might have covered it up too much. Let's see. Then again, I like it the way it is. Just cannot make decisions. Let's do this while I'm deciding. I take a Pitt pen and then I outline and frame it. I just kind of run this black Pitt marker around it, and that kind of frames it up. So that just kind of makes that pop a little bit. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do those two and hold off. I don't know about the yellow, how much the yellow is really helping. Or do I just bunch these all down in here instead of doing grass? I just do a little corner of flowers. I think I will do that and that right there. I think that's all I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to pick out words. Let's see. I had it what I wanted to do. How about make it happen? Because y'all know I'm having a hard time, and I'm even had a hard time doing this video. So make it happen. Hang in there and make it happen. That's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to go on and draw. I think I'm going to keep those about where they are. And I'm going to put this to the side just a little bit. So I'm going to draw my flower stem. I'm just freehanding that. And this one, kind of like that. And I could dab a little green on that. I think I will. So I'm not doing this the exact same as the other one, but kind of similar theme. So let me just put a little bit of green. Just a touch so that you know that is grass. Down there. Right? That is the grass. And then I'm going to glue my little flowers on. So I'm going to just do and these two I'm going to layer, so let me get that on. That's the back. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the glue, this little crochet on here. My cute little crochet flowers are on. The other thing I'm gonna do is that little snip like I did on the other one, because we'll let this be the fabulous duo. I'm actually liking the way, you know, you just have to play with it until it works and it hits you, and you just take your time and add a little as you go. And let me just do a little right here. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do, it's stuck to my hand. I'm going to ink the edges of this to knock the white off. My hands are a complete and total mess. But you know what? As long as you get something pretty in the end, that's all I'm looking for. And honestly, I do like the way this little card, or card has turned out. It's interesting because you never know really what you're going to get. But you have to hang in there, even when it feels frustrating to you, and make it happen. So, hope you like that. I am tickled with it. My hands are completely filthy, but these are the 2 cards that I have come up with, and these will be the first 2 for my little full deck challenge that I'm doing with Shanuki. So I really love them. I really love them. And sometimes maybe it's not a bad idea to go a little slower. Let's see if I guess I could add. I'm not gonna worry with it, but to go a little slower and take your time and see what it is you want. Sometimes you have to just look at it a little bit and think about it. Do I want to add any more? Do I like these colors? Are they speaking to me? I like that cheesecloth and the way the cheesecloth and the way that vibrant purple just brings the colors together. So I really am in love with both of these, and I enjoy using these little. It's from Tim Holtz. What's the actual name of it? Ideology Small Talk is what it's called, and they have white and black little sentiments that you can use. And be you bravely and make it happen. These are some good sentiments for me since I've been struggling so much. But I thank y'all. If y'all made it to the end of this, I thank you for watching with me. I'm tickled to pieces that they turned out, and excited about posting them up into this group. And I hope you can get some sort of inspiration from me. You saw me finally just push through, and I even quit when I was recording this video, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it again. So persevere, push through, and you'll be glad you did. You just will. And if you don't, and you just don't get what you want, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You come back to the drawing board and you try again. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all are doing all right and doing really well these days. And I'll be hoping to pop in sooner than later. Bye.